Good morning, mateys. I hope you're having a great day. This week, we are going to dive into our imaginative narrative project. In ELA this year, we've read many imaginative narratives from various authors. Another name for an imaginative narrative is a fantasy story. And as we know, an imaginative narrative or fantasy is a story about made-up experiences and events. Your job is going to be to create your own imaginative narrative. You can be creative and have fun. Now, one of the things that we've been discussing this week is how to plan your imaginative narrative. Who are your characters going to be? What is your setting going to be? What is the problem that you are trying to solve, and how does it get solved? What is the solution? So today, I'm going to walk you through how to create an introduction that is going to share all of those things and also leave with a cliffhanger that will leave your audience wanting more. Okay? I've already got my imaginative narrative started right here. I did a little bit of brainstorm work, and I was thinking that I'd like to base my characters on my family, but they're going to be a little bit different. So I just did a little bit of a brainstorm. In watching that brainstorm video about how to write one, I just made some notes over here. So in my family, I have me, and then my husband, my son JT, and my daughter Claire. I changed the names a little bit, but I'm going to use our family as inspiration. So my characters are going to be Mom, Dad, JP, and Cora. And then there's actually going to be a wizard included. As I'm thinking, I'm processing of what is my setting going to be, what is the problem, what is the solution, how am I going to get there? So I know that it's going to be the four of us on a trip, and there's going to be a wizard involved. The setting is going to be home, and also a magical world, which I'll talk more about as the story goes on. The problem is going to be that there is a disease. Sound familiar? And the problem is that coronavirus is taking over the world. It's okay to draw on real life experiences for your story. So if you have a problem that you've encountered before, like coronavirus, you can draw on that to get inspiration. My solution is going to be that the family finds the cure in the magical world and brings it back. Okay, I'm just writing notes. This doesn't have to be anything too much, but this is going to help guide my story. So I have my characters, Mom, Dad, JP, and Cora, and the wizard. The setting is going to be home and a magical world. The problem is that coronavirus is taking over the world. And my solution is going to be the family finds the cure in the magical world and then brings it back. I didn't write that, but that's what my solution will be. So now I have the skeleton of my story, and I can use that to generate my ideas. Now the details will come later, and we'll build those in our Star Bubble maps. And I'm going to model for you what an introduction paragraph could look like. Now, there are lots of different sentence starters that you could use while you are creating an imaginative narrative. We're going to stay away from Once Upon a Time. That's more of a fairy tale, and that's boring, right? So we've used this one before, and so I invite you to use this or try a new one, okay? The first Monday in March started out like any other day. The Reed family Mom, Dad, JP, and Cora went to work and school and ended the day with a quiet dinner at home. People had started talking about a new virus that was going around. Little did the Reeds know they would be at the center of finding a cure and saving the world. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, so as I read through this, I'm going to go back and make sure that I've checked off all my boxes of writing down characters, setting, problem, and solution. Okay, so here I'm going to read it one more time, and then I'll go from there. The first Monday in March started out like any other day. The Reed family, Mom, Dad, JP, and Cora, went to work and school and ended the day with a quiet dinner at home. People had started talking about a new virus that was going around. Little did the Reeds know they would be at the center of finding a cure and saving the world. Okay, that's just my start. I have 4 solid sentences. I am describing the characters, Mom, Dad, JP, and Cora. I'm listing the setting. They were at home. They had a quiet dinner at home. I showed the problem. They'd be at the center, people had started talking about a new virus, right? And little did the Reeds know they'd be at the center of finding a cure and saving the world. So I've kind of given the reader a summary of what's about to happen, but I haven't given away how, and I haven't said if it ends up being a happy ending. We know that in most fantasy stories, it usually ends positively. So this is my first paragraph. This is not going to be the final paragraph. When I type this out and I conference, then this will be an opportunity for me to stretch my sentences and whatnot. But for now, I'm just starting with 4 basic sentences that are going to ground my writing. Now it's your turn. What I want you to do, if you haven't already done this, is make a list of your characters, your setting, what you want your problem to be in your story, and what you want the solution to be. Okay? Then you are welcome to use the sentence starters that I've used to really kind of ground your writing. So the first Monday in March started out like any other day. We've used that before. There's also a list of sentence starters included on the distance learning document to help you out as well. Okay? You're also welcome to end with little did they know, or little did the characters know, and you wouldn't really say that. You would say little did, Mickey, Pluto, and Minnie know. Little did the Reeds know they would be at the center of finding a cure and saving the world. That's how I stated what my solution would be. We're going to continue to discuss this as we go, but right now I want you to try drafting your first introduction paragraph, the one that's going to start it off, leave that cliffhanger, and lead your reader into the next body paragraphs. If you have any questions, please make sure to contact Miss G or me as we move through this. But other than that, happy writing and go ahead and create. See you soon, mateys.